Asset management strategy. The process of developing an asset management system for PUC is similar to the way in which other sectoral policies are developed and implemented. In this lesson, the key elements of the strategic framework for asset management are reviewed. While all recommendations provided in this section are related to water and wastewater utilities, they are applicable and easily adaptable to other public utility companies. Water utilities should consider the following steps when developing an asset management system. A. Development of the asset management policy. B. Adoption of the asset management strategy. C. Development of the asset management plan. And D. Implementation of the plan. First, local government decision-makers and public utility company management should agree that they want to change the existing system. This means going away from reactive approach and adopting a proactive culture instead. A proactive approach includes planning. The policy should be incorporated in a legally binding document, preferably in municipal ordinance on water and wastewater. It can also be part of the service level agreement concluded between municipality as a founder and water utility. Asset management policy should state several commitments which are crucial for the provisions of the utility services. Asset management strategy is a high-level and the most important document that guides the overall asset management activities in local government. Strategy sets out long-term strategic issues and should look at least 20 years ahead. This document should set out how the asset management policy should be achieved throughout the business activities. Asset management strategy should be aligned with the municipal strategic document goals. Asset management strategy should be in line with other strategic documents such as General Municipal Sustainable Development Strategy, investment prioritization and debt management at the municipal level. Asset management strategy deals with the vision, goals and objectives and describes how the strategic objectives will be achieved. The strategy covers macro-level activities. The asset management strategy should incorporate at least the following documents. Data on the current status of assets, defining the future requirements of asset data management. Required level of service that has to be provided to the customers, as all other business activities serve the purpose of achieving this level of service. The required level of service should balance legal requirements and customers' expectations with assets risk, affordability and timing constraints. Overview of major problems in providing the required level of service. Defining strategic asset management objectives. Defining the necessary asset management protocols. Developing requirements for human resources, necessary asset management knowledge and staff competence. Defining roles and responsibilities of both decision-makers in the process, that is, the municipality and the public utility company, within the asset management system. Condition and performance assessment of assets as prerequisite for making all asset management decisions. Adoption of a risk-based decision-making approach in order to be able to define priorities of maintenance and capital investment actions interventions. Consideration of the life cycle costing when evaluating the competing asset investment needs across utility assets. Defining a framework for monitoring of asset management practice effectiveness with continuous improvement prospects. The necessary asset management protocols provide guidance to all involved parties for implementing specific practices within the asset management system, such as Asset Data Collection and Hierarchy Protocol, Condition and Performance Assessment Protocol, Criticality Risk Assessment Protocol. Response to Service Interruptions Protocol. Response to Customers' Complaints Protocol. Asset management strategy should be developed together with the owner, local self-government. The starting point in development of the strategy should be a clear assignment of roles and responsibilities between local government on one side and public utility company on the other, as well as assignment of the task within staff of both local actors. Prior to strategy development, asset data and information about the current state of asset management should be collected. This step is carried out primarily by the utility company, but monitored by the municipality. At this point, municipality should assess the availability funding for the strategy's implementation. A participatory approach to planning is crucial. Customers should provide their opinion and expectations regarding level of service. Once decision makers understand what customers expect, they can plan how to manage the asset infrastructure in order to meet the defined service requirements. The PUC and the local government should create working groups that will carry out the tasks needed to complete the asset management strategy. A possible setup and scenario for these working groups could be as follows. Core Strategy Team. This team should consist of key managers responsible for the main aspects of the asset management strategy, including the PUC's technical, financial and legal property departments and representatives of the local government. The main tasks of the core team are to be informed on all aspects of the strategic plan, collect information on various methodologies, provide background materials on the PUC's operations, market and operating environment, be informed about the available human resources and their competencies, as well as all other background information that will be used in developing the PUC's mission, vision and values. The core team will also develop a communication plan on how the work on the strategy will be conveyed to all stakeholders and customers. Working group for drafting the strategic plan, including the coordination of deadlines for submissions of components of the plan. The working group should include a small number of members with best abilities to manage the process of completing the strategic plan. It is crucial to define 3 to 5 focus areas as a framework for achieving the vision, goals and objectives. For example, adoption of an integrated systematic approach to management of public utility assets, establishing better organizational structure and designation of responsibilities in managing public utility assets, gradual introduction of asset management practices as a part of everyday activities. It must be pointed out that the PUC may not be able to address these factors on its own. The involvement of the municipality in establishing an integrated approach to asset management will be vital for the success of asset management strategy implementation. Key performance indicators are used to measure progress toward achieving objectives or the extent to which critical success factors in asset management strategy are satisfied. They enable effective implementation, increase accountability and responsibility of the PUC managers, enable the PUC and the founder to check whether the established strategic goals are realistic and achievable and indicate whether goals should be changed, are used in the process of internal and external reporting, monitoring and evaluation. Key performance indicators must be linked to the utility's critical success factors. In order to be meaningful, indicators should be analyzed and interpreted within the context of the utility's asset management strategic objectives and expected results. In addition, it is necessary to establish a baseline. established targets can be measured only against the baseline figures. Once targets are established, project and activities should be designed to meet these targets. Performance indicators are defined on the basis of data and variables collected about all asset management processes within the public utility company. Performance indicators should be used to communicate the utility's progress toward meeting objectives set in asset management strategy and plan. They should be monitored and adjusted at regular intervals. Monitoring of key performance indicators is an important decision-making tool. Managers must have in mind that what you measure is what you get. This slide shows several typical asset management indicators for wastewater system. These typically include the number of network users, total unit costs versus operating costs, total annual costs per length of the pipeline, number of bursts per kilometer, kilometers of sewer which were replaced, etc. Performance indicators are used to check whether actions undertaken are leading to achievement of strategic objectives. That is, performance indicators are used to test the cause and effect hypothesis. If we perform action A, we expect result B, which in turn will contribute to achieving a higher level result C, which in turn will contribute to achieving company objectives strategy. This example slide illustrates this relationship. If our objective is to reduce non-revenue water for 72%, our strategy can be to introduce a new metering program and to increase opportunities for leakage detection. In order to implement the strategy, we need to introduce a set of measures, such as to replace inaccurate meters, ensure accurate reading and reporting on the metrics, increase the leakage detection volume, etc. The performance indicators will help us monitor if the meters are being replaced as planned, if reading has become more efficient, to what extent and volume leakage is controlled, what the apparent losses versus real losses are, etc.